Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of Keeping Current with Lua. Apologies, I have actually not had a video on this channel. I've been a bit unwell with the cold. So I'm having a cup of ginger and lemon tea today. So get yourself a cup of coffee, relax. And if this is the first time that you've come across this face on this channel, my name is Lua and I create content around the news, headlines, whatever is happening, especially in the UK and around the world. So because I've missed a few weeks now, just sit down, relax, and I'll give you all the juicy gossip that you missed out. It might not always be juicy because the economy in the UK has been going downhill. You can check several other videos, but we always like to take a positive spin out of it. So if this sounds like something that would interest you to find out what has happened throughout the world, compressed in a few minutes, and keep watching. So let's start with the US. Let's start with our brothers across the US. Really breaking news. I've learned that Donald Trump is dropping hints that he might run again as president because he insists that he was cheated the last time. Well, this is really developing. So let's see how that happens. Let's see how that pans out. With America, you can never predict anything. You just wait and see. The next thing I'll touch on really is the Ukraine and the Russian war. It is going to keep changing. We'll have updates. But I think there was an interview that Boris gave, and he termed this a war of independence. Zelensky has accused Russia of like an energy war, depriving almost 4.5 million Ukrainians from energy, which is just bad with power cuts. We'll see how this goes. Can never determine how far Ukraine wants to go because this is really their borders were infringed by Russia. So I believe that they'll fight till the end, till they think that they've got the territory back. And nobody can blame them. There was some news shared earlier this week that Ethiopia and Tigray have agreed to end 2 years of a civil war, which they're in conversations and they're in negotiations to completely end this. This news has been greeted positively around the world by peacemakers, the UN, and everybody, you, me. That's good news. Also in Israel, Netanyahu has won as the new prime minister. We say congratulations. Let's come to the UK. Oh my God, where do I start? Tell me, where do I start? I need to have a sip of my tea. And I'll ask you to sip yours, hold tight and sit down. A lot has been happening. I can say it this way, that when I look back at how we got ourselves in this situation in the UK, looking at number 10 as a set of revolving doors, with people coming in and out, honestly, the last sort of stability we had was with Theresa May. But what took her out was Brexit. So it's fair to say that if Britain thought that shutting the borders away from Europe to keep people away, and contrary to what they wanted to achieve, keeping the UK purely English, we've had the first ever non-white prime minister. That is history, and I think a round of applause is fair. Rishi Sunak took office after he had backing from his MPs as the first Indian British prime minister and the youngest in a very long time at 42. Rishi Sunak has been an MP only since 2015, which is a very short tenure to hold a position, the top position in the government. So we all say congratulations. I know this is 2 weeks old, but nevertheless, it's not being said on this channel. He has a massive task, a mammoth task to build a government that we trust. Talking about building a government that we trust, he, contrary to popular belief or contrary to what we all thought, went ahead and reinstated Suella Braverman after she was sacked, after breaching ministerial codes by sending formal emails to her private emails. And she resigned under Truss's government and she was replaced. But in a very, very strange turn of events, Rishi put her back in a position. And since she's been back, she's been on the news for different reasons. She confessed that she sent 6 emails from work to private email accounts, which you'll think, why do you have to divulge all that? Well, it might be because she was forced to. Does that mean that Rishi made a mistake? I want to hear your opinions. But thinking about it, I felt that was a risky move. But again, politics is risky. So Rishi appointed Suella Braverman as the new Secretary of State, Home Secretary. So yes, she's been fighting with two things, the immigration crisis and her breach of conduct. I don't know how much she can get away this time with. But Marston Detention Center has been top of the news, the delays and the cost for taxpayers of illegal immigrants coming in. This whole question of immigrants coming in is a debate that I want somebody who is interested to come on the channel to give me your opinion, because there's a few schools of thought. People are thinking not everybody coming into the UK apparently needs help, so people pay thousands of pounds to people smugglers to get in through the channels and through the different border entry to get a better life. Is it fair? I think it is. Who should be responsible for paying for the bills? That is what I want us to debate about. But currently, it's costing the UK almost 5 billion a day because of the amount of hotel bills that we have had to keep illegal immigrants coming in. And there was the invasion gate, a word that Suella used, which sparked a lot of outrage because that is not a very friendly manner to welcome people fleeing for their lives to come into this country to get a better life, to seek solace, and to get safety. What are your thoughts on the asylum system? There was a lot of debate about sending refugees to Africa, Liberia, and that was quite unpopular. Again, there are different schools of thought. Let's see what happens. Let's see how things progress. Report next week. Yesterday saw record highs, interest rates. This is the highest. It's gone up to 3% since 1998. We've had 8 increases since December. It was at 0.1 and now it's at 3%. This just means that for borrowers, you'll be paying a lot more. For an average variable rate and for a mortgage will be about £50 more a month. However, for savers, you might be smiling because you get more for your money in the bank if you are on a good deal with your banks. So it is looking bleak, and I don't think that we can escape getting into a recession because we've had 3 quarters of negative GDP. And I have a separate video, which I'll try to link in the description, how you will know if we are in a recession or not, what to look out for. So I'll link that for you to have a look and see what you can do and how you can save and how you can come out better off if there was a recession. Because with the interest rate and the inflation going up, what they're saying is it's 12 years of Tory leadership that has brought us in this mess. Do you agree or do you disagree? What is your opinion? And just again, what the government is saying is that the devil is inflation. So all the extra measures is to tackle this. When the full fiscal budget is announced on the 17th of November, it's been pushed from Halloween, 31st of October, to the 17th of November. Once that is announced, we will have a better picture of how bad it'll affect us. But it's clear that our taxes will dramatically go up. We don't know how much by and what the effects will be. So this is developing. Watch out. And back to our energy crisis, there is literally, it's been announced just today that there'll be an incentive to households wanting to reduce the electricity use during peak periods. I think that will be trial from December up until March to see exactly how we can save on our energy bills. The energy crisis is a problem. Living standards is a problem. Getting a mortgage is a problem. Keeping up with your mortgage is a problem. The economy seems bleak. And the argument is all of the immigration problems, all of the economic problems, all the cost of living standard issues, is it not being caused by the same government that is ruling us for 12 years? These things have spiraled down. Starmer keeps holding his point on a general election so that the people can decide what they want. What are your thoughts? Do we need to have a general election now, or do we leave the ruling party, the Tories, and Sunak, give him a chance to make things better? And already the markets have reacted positively since he's been PM and things have stabilized. Let's just be ready for about 2 years of a bit of a bleak economy while we go through a recession, not just brought on by the Tory government, but by other factors that we all know, the war in Ukraine, COVID, Brexit, and a host of other issues. I will leave you with a few things to tell me what you think. Do you think that something should be done different about the immigration situation? Do you think they should tighten the rules once you get in at the processing center? Should things be done quicker? What is your take on the Liberia Gate situation? And do you think that half of our problems are caused by the Tory leadership over the past 12 years running us down where we are? I want to hear your opinions, and as ever, thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, informative, give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing for similar content. Bye. See you in the next video.